So this would then be not so much a reflection on practice and more of a beginning exploration and people's issues around it that become a kind of laboratory of evidence for what the issues are. So it really changes its, which I'm very happy. I think at this point, a laboratory of people's concerns is probably better than an answer. I don't think there's an answer. So, yeah. So I don't think it's quite the same as practicing because I can't do practice things if it's not like basically a session or something because it's only after a few days of people sitting or something that you actually have any space to talk about. It's just chaos. I mean, 1 hour, even 2 hours of sitting, and then some discussion about it's chaos because I don't even know what that is. But after 4 or 5, 6 days, if people have been actually at it, they have a little bit of something that you can kind of reference that as in a conversation. This is certainly not practice. This is in that sense. So it's just uh, looking. We're just. I mean, we're just beginning a discussion about being able to find markers to reference what human consciousness might have different than machine consciousness in terms of the phenomenological experience of that or the actual experience of that in people's that's what we're looking for markers of that people uh, have discovered and here was a little bit of a practice to start out trying to do that so what that we could have people's reports on that that's evidence of kind of evidence of people's using a particular approach and then seeing what they come up with. And maybe it doesn't work at all. That would be a result. That's fine. Maybe it does work a little bit and people get a couple of reflections. That would be okay. I mean, that worked. I mean, there's no way it doesn't work because it's not even anything that we're putting out there like profound. We're not. It seems like with AI, we're engaging just in the nature of the topic. We're engaging symbolic referencing. Because it would seem to me that for most people, the realm that AI enters is the realm of the conditional. And in the realm of the conditional, AI is extremely efficient. So I think we really need to be clear that we're not in any way arguing that AI isn't extremely efficient in the realm of the conditional. So once you're looking at the realm of the conditional as the fundamental realm that you're looking into or you're examining your experience in, then AI will have an increasingly profound role in. So I mean I think that's why we would use a lot of words to open up the space, and then what we're really referencing doesn't have any words. You're right. I mean that's the problem. You look at the Sharangama quote that we have there, and is talking about a place of no, you couldn't find that place that's being talked about the discriminating versus the discriminated mind of the eighth kind. I mean, you can't. It's definitely a non-word place. That is a great relationship. You can just sit around and say nothing all the time. It's really good. And say, well, you just everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Okay, you do the dish, you do this, and then it's like, okay, and then you don't have to say anything, and everything's like, whoa, just runs perfectly. No problems, no issues. Everything's calm, clear. A person has to be a little intuitive. I mean, they'd have to like have a pretty intuitive sense. But with good intuition, everything would run smoothly. DRB, you know, we're having this conversation around that the Buddhist tradition provides an incredible amount of detail on the mind. So we're going to bring that. Let's look at how that Buddhist views of the mind come to the current issue of how we can use AI and how in skillful ways, and how, on the other hand, it could be a detriment if people mistake the world of AI thinking for the mind, for what's actually going on. So, you know, it could be used skillfully, or it could take over. It could take over the mind, you know, depending on how we handle it. So it's a very important moment to make that discrimination. And Buddhism has a huge amount to say about that compared to almost anything else. We don't have all the pitfalls of God's worlds. You know, we don't have all the, you know, cultural determinism, scientific determinism. We don't, you know, we're not in this realm. I think Buddhism has more to say about this issue than any other framework that's well constructed, that has a whole hermeneutic unto itself, because the AI is within another construct. It's a continuation of a certain lineage. And so the reason it's very difficult to see outside, I've never seen, like I said, in the last thing, I haven't seen a good conversation because it's all within the lineage of the technological, scientific, Western, you know, I mean, so they're just talking about stuff within it. They're not actually looking at it. So I think we provide a really good place to have a conversation from. Now, we're not expecting people to have all the Abhidharma yoga. I mean, the larger frames of Sharanga, blah, blah, blah. But at least we can begin to start introducing people in this conversation. So that's where we want, you know, that's kind of where we're going with it. So consciousness is pretty amazing. And really, honestly, I really came to the belief that one single awareness was more profound than the totality of machines in terms of existence. So, in terms of actually what's going on, you know, like of any interest. So that was kind of, yeah, I guess I was kind of shocked by how much I hadn't had that thought. Without AI, I wouldn't have had that thought quite that way. Um, so yeah, even look at the cats different, you know, like, yeah, cats are okay, you know.